So today we are reading from Bhagavatam. Actually, Bhagavatam is like a very big topic for me as neophyte devotee. But devotees told me, ordered me to give. So I am trying my best. Whatever I've understood till now, what I've heard from the devotees, senior devotees, Srila Prabhupada. So I will try to share with you all. As such, there is no qualification, you know, on telling on this topic. So Bhagavatam, as you all know, is a ripened fruit of the tree of Vedic wisdom. So this is like when was Bhagavatam compiled? Is like when Ved Vyas, he compiled all the Ved Puranas, but still he was not satisfied because he was aware in Kali Yuga people will not be that much qualified to read the Ved and Puran, and they will be, which somebody will read Vishnu Puran, so they will think I should follow that. Shiv Puran Puran, I should follow that. So he was a little bit upset, and Narad Muni, his guru, came and he told him, "You have not mentioned anything about the Supreme Personality of Godhead." So he compiled this Bhagavatam, which is the condensed form of all the Ved Purans. So he has given us in this form of Srimad Bhagavatam, 18,000 shloks are there in Bhagavatam. Basically, in Bhagavatam, there are 10 subject matters. It is divided into 10 subject matters. And on this 10 subject matters only, the whole Bhagavatam is there. So, there is a shloka called Atta Sarva Visargasya. So, in that, 10 topics are there: the creation of the universe, second is subcreation, third is planetary system, fourth is the protection by the Lord, fifth is creative impetus, sixth is the change of manus, seventh the signs of God, eighth is returning home back to Godhead, ninth is liberation, and tenth the Samam Bonam. So basically all the other this what we have mentioned, the divisions are is meant to describe the last tattva, which is the Ashra tattva, the 10th canto, which you are studying in the temple right now. Samam Bonam Wala. So every other topics, 9 topics are meant to glorify the 10th topic, which is the Ashra tattva. So we'll just a brief introduction, small introduction about Bhagavatam. Then we have the first canto and the second canto starting. So Bhagavatam are they are the parts of the body of the Lord. So it is Krishna himself, Bhagavatam. So Bhadra Purnima is there, and we request the devotees to take Bhagavatam and give Bhagavatam to somebody. So Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. If anybody is taking Bhagavatam and keeping it as his home, reading it, so Krishna himself is there at his home in Bhagavatam. So this was discussed in the first part of the first canto, where the questions were asked by the sages, and it was answered. Where will after Lord has passed away, where will the Dharma reside? So it was the Bhagavatam where it resides. So Bhagavatam is Krishna himself, and all cantos are the parts of the body of the Lord. Like first 2 cantos are the lotus feet of the Lord, 3, 4 are the thighs, legs of the Lord. 5th is the stomach. 5th, 6th, 7th are the hands. 8th is the chest. 9th is the throat. And 10th is the lotus face of the Lord. 11th is the forehead, and 12th is the this crown of the Lord. So it was divided. So today's shlok will take directly. So this shlok we have taken it from the second chapter. It is described as divine and divinity and divine services. So it is from that, and this is basically the section where it is described the progress of on the path of bhakti. How to progress on the path of bhakti. So how to progress? It is mentioned here by Ved Vyas. So first shlok we didn't do, but going forward in the classes, we will take one by one shlok. All these shlokas will take. So we'll start the first, we'll start the 17th shloka. It is starting from the 16 to 22. So this section is the progress on the path of bhakti. So how to progress? We can easily, by reading the shlokas, purports, we can understand and how to implement. Prabhupada is telling in his purports, and we are practically doing here, by various activities here. We are being instructed by our seniors. So the first shlok will 16 will read later. First we'll read the 17th shlok. So 17th shlok you can recite after me. Shinvatam swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyantasto Yapadrani Vidunoti Shruhit Sadam. So the word meaning will start. Shinvatam, those who have developed the urge to hear the message of Swakatha, his own words. Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Punya, virtues. Shavana, hearing. Kirtana, chanting. Hridhi antastha, within one's heart. He certainly, Abhadrani, desire to enjoy matter. Vidunoti, cleanses. Surit, benefactor. Satam, of the truthful. To translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his message, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. So here it is said, Shinvatam Sakatha Krishna. Shinvatam, just by hearing about the Lord Krishna, it is said Krishna. Why it is said Krishna? It is, Vyasa would have said some other, demigod name. It is said Krishna because only by Krishna Katha our heart will be cleansed. And Krishna is like very selfish. He is like, he wants, like Bhagavad Gita also is telling, Mam Ekam, only me. You have to worship only me, then only he will purify our heart. So he doesn't want any interruption in between. Many people, we have outside also, they want them only in the focus. So Krishna is telling here, only me. You have to hear only about me, only worship me. Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. So only by hearing Krishna Katha, we can purify our heart. So in the first time we can say, Shrimatam Sakatha Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana. So just by hearing about the Lord, hearing Shavana of the Lord, Kirtana by, just by hearing the names of the Lord, about glorification of the Lord also, hearing about Lord, we can see the transcendental vibration. Prabhupada said everybody is Krishna conscious, only is that the dormant love of the Krishna conscious we should awaken. And how it is possible? Only by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So how we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So just by chanting the names of the Lord, just by hearing this transcendental vibration, the impurities in our heart, Hridyantastu Abhadrani is mentioned. The impurities in the heart is cleansed just by hearing about the Lord. Vidunati Shros Sadam. So we'll read the purport. Messages of the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, are not different from him. So we have already heard that Krishna is not different from his name, and all the pastimes of the Lord, glorification of the Lord, picture of the Lord is not different from Krishna himself. So he is personally present in that holy name. So in Kali Yuga, Krishna has appeared Kale Dosha Nidhe Rajan Asti Eka Mahan Guna. Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Paramrade. In the scriptures it is mentioned, in the Kali Yuga, there are a lot of dosh, but just by chanting the names of the Lord, all we can achieve the perfection. That is Bhagavad Bhakti, Krishna Prem we can achieve. And Kali Kali Naam Rupe Krishna Avtar. So in this it is said, in Kali Yuga, Lord has appeared in the form of his holy name. So in the first line, Prabhupada is telling messages of the personality of Lord Shri Krishna is not different from him. Whenever, therefore, offenseless hearing and glorification of the Lord are undertaken, it is to be understood that Lord Krishna is present there in the form of transcendental sound, which is as powerful as the Lord personally present. So in Bhagavad Gita, we have a shlok on this regard. Mat chitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kadhayanchasta mam nityam dushyanti cha ramanti cha. So whenever devotees meet, what we should discuss? Krishna Katha. We should not discuss anything else. So wherever Lord Krishna says, wherever my kirtan is going on, my glorification is going on, I am personally present over there. So this we should understand from this. Whenever we meet devotees, so we should discuss about the Krishna Katha. Now we can see devotees talking about many other things. Whenever we are talking about what is happening with that devotee, what is happening with him, what is there going on in the temple, what is there in the IPL, IPL what happened. So what is this? By this we cannot understand. We cannot purify our heart. We are more contaminating ourselves, by discussing on this material topics. So we should discuss only about Krishna Katha. We are seeing many times devotees in Prasadam, while taking Prasadam, they are talking and talking about these things, material things. But what's this point? What's the point in talking about? So devotees, we should meet and we should talk about Krishna only. Like we went for the Lashri Yatra and we were seeing two of our devotees, Ayush Lu and Om Prakash Lu. And I saw them, they were discussing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Leela. So various topics they were discussing, and I was very, inspired, by them. They were new devotees were there, and they were discussing about different pastimes of the Lord. So I thought, yeah, this is what we should do. This is what we should, when we meet the devotees, we should discuss about the different. And this is the way we can, become Krishna conscious. Just by discussing about the Lord whenever we meet. What is there in the Bhagavatam? When we are taking prasadam, we should discuss what we have learned in the Bhagavatam, what we were reading, what we were hearing, the whole previously last day what we heard. So this way we should have interaction with the devotees. So there, Lord is telling that I am personally present wherever it is discussing about me. Discussion is going on me, the powerful. So that transcendental sound vibration coming from that. Whenever we are chanting, the transcendental vibrations are coming. And what will happen when we hear, when we hear from the pure devotees, when we hear the lectures of the Prabhupada and the senior devotees, pure devotees, saffron mercy particle, you know, comes, enters our ear and it enters our heart and cleanses our heart. It cleanses our heart. Hridayantastri abhadrani. So only by hearing process. I just wanted to ask you one question to all of you. Which is the most powerful urge that we cannot control? Vachovegam or Jivavegam? Vachovegam and Jivavegam. Which is the most difficult to control? Anybody? Please, bro. Rashro? Believe in this? Vachovegam or Jivavegam? Which is the most difficult? Rashkumar, bro? Difficult. For him, for us, both are difficult. But which is the most difficult? No. Why Vachovegam?
Because we can fast now sometimes.
Yes, Jivavegam is like, it's a gross and Vacho is subtle. So subtle things are very difficult to, like if you want to stop a car, like Car is there, so we can go and stop, we can tell them stop. But our mind, when we disturb, it is going, we cannot stop. Subtle, very difficult. Very difficult. So Vachuvegam is difficult to watch your, like we can see devotees, लोग बात करते रहते हैं कंटिन्यूस, थकते नहीं है, कंटिन्यूस बात होते रहता है, they don't stop. But जीवा वेगा में एक लिमिट होता है, right? We'll take one rasgulla, two rasgulla, 3, 10. Okay, but it is a limit, right? Paneer, vanilla sabji, how much limit? It's a limit. Jiva Begum is having a limit. But Vachu Begum, we cannot see. We continue. यहाँ बात करेंगे, फिर घर पे जाके बात करेंगे, उधर बात करेंगे. But only process of controlling the Vachu Begum is by hearing. When we hear more and more Krishna Katha, so what we, you know the Gigo philosophy and chemo philosophy. Gigo, you know, anybody? There too? Gigo means garbage in, garbage out. So we are meeting people and we are putting garbage inside, and same thing is coming out. Whole day the process going on. Is this the way we can proceed? Progress in bhakti. So ये context क्या चल रहा है? Progress in the path of bhakti. So how we can progress? Simple तरीका होता है. क्या है? Just by hearing about the Lord. Just by hearing the holy name of the Lord. Krishna Katha, glorification of the Lord. But what we are doing? We are doing Gramya Katha. Gramya Katha से क्या हो रहा है? We are not. फिर हम बोलते हैं चैंटिंग में मन नहीं लग रहा, सेवा में मन नहीं लग रहा. कैसे लगेगा? पॉसिबल है? राजकुमार प्रो, पॉसिबल है? So only way we can control is by Krishna Katha. When we put chemo philosophy, what is chemo philosophy? Krishna in, Maya out. Chemo. Krishna in, Maya. So when we put Krishna in, Maya goes out. So we should keep hearing about Krishna, the glorification of the Lord. Keep chanting. Prabhupada used to say, whenever you're free, chant Hare Krishna. Why to talk nonsense? Why to talk here about IPL? कौन जीता IPL में? Sunday. See. सही है, but discussion नहीं है. What? देखो, we cannot stop because we are staying outside. We are meeting, so we should stay in the association of devotee. फोन करना है तो devotee को करना है, साथ में रहना तो devotees के साथ रहना, right? अभी किसी को पूछे, उनको नहीं पता है, किसी को पता था कि आपको उम्र कष्ट कौन जीता? झूठ मत बोला है, पता था. क्रिकेटर थे, he was cricketer first. He was था पहले क्रिकेटर. So we should hear about the Lord only. Only then we can control the Vachuveka. Otherwise we cannot control it. It is very difficult to control. Only by hearing about the Lord again and again continuously. You can see in the devotees ashram, in the ashram, we can see devotees hearing. Prasadam they are taking, hearing. Morning, the schedule, morning 3:30, Prabhupada tape starts. Hearing. हर एक के रूम में टेप लगा हुआ है, Prabhupada tape starts. नहीं लगा तो devotees खुद लगाते हैं, they have purchased their tapes. Then go for Mangala Aarti, they are also hearing. Then chanting, hearing. Then Kirtan, then Bhagavatam, hearing. Prasadam hall, again we are hearing. Then we come in the room, sleeping again, while sleeping also they put Prabhupada tape, hearing. So continuously hearing, only then we can control this urge of Vachuveka. Otherwise it is difficult. Then we'll move forward. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Siddhastraka declares clearly that the holy name of the Lord has all the potencies of the Lord, and that he has endowed his innumerable names with the same potency. Okay, Siddhastraka में लिखा है, right? What is the second verse of Siddhastraka? Sahil Prabhu. Sahil Prabhu is there? is not there. Anybody here who was attending Mangala Arati or not? Yes, to Boli. नहीं राजकुमार को. Second verse of Sistasakam. इसमें पता है ना, in Sistasakam declares clearly that the holy name of the Lord has all the potencies of the Lord and that He has endowed His innumerable names. Why we are not aware of this second verse? Because in the morning when we are, reciting the Sistasakam verses, we are not attentive. We are sleeping. We are not attentive. याद हो जाता है. 1 month we recite. 1 month. Anybody knows? Yes, bro. Yes, Ayush bro. Anybody? हाँ, yes, पूरा श्लोक बोलिए. चलिए ओम प्रकाश.
नाम नामकारी बहुधा नीत सर्वशक्ति शत्रपित नियमित स्मरण अतः देशिक कृपा भगवान नमामि गुरुदेव मी विशालिनी अनुराग.
ठीक है, बोल ठीक ठाक बोला. वो पढ़ते हैं, सुनते हैं, वो पढ़े रहते तो प्रॉपर है. तो नाम नाम अकारी बहुधा निज सर्व शक्ति तत्रापिता नियमित स्मरणेन काल एतादशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैव दृश्यमिहाजनेनानुराग. So you have endured everything in your holy name, but I am having no taste for it. Na anuraga. I am having no taste for that. Please give me some taste. So before chanting, many devotees recite this mantra. Second shloka, Sistasakam. Before chanting, we should, pray to the Lord for the mercy. Because now I am going to chant. आप लोग करते हैं? Anybody does? Before chanting? So we see Suraj Prabhu, he does. I see him. So he chant. He shlokas recite करने. You can find out, many books are there. You will find one of these is the shloka. Naam namakari bodhana jesa. So we ask for the mercy of the Lord. Please grant me, give me the mercy to hear your holy name. Give me the mercy. So we should pray. So that should be our mood when we are chanting. We should first pray. Then we start chanting. When I carry, we start Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So just pray. Get the mood in the proper mood. Then start chanting. Many devotees are saying, नींद आ रहा है, चल के chanting करते हैं. Proper mode of chanting is to sit and chant. So we hear in the Bhagavatam class, Ram Prabhu says many times, if we chant 16 rounds sitting in one place, 16 rounds sitting in one place, so we get one benefit of doing 1 hour of pranayam. So we should sit and chant maximum round. Try करना चाहिए, पूरा प्रयास करना चाहिए, बैठ के chanting करना. We should not walk and chant. बैठ के इतना डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है माइंड, तो चल के कितना डिस्टर्ब होगा, भाग के कितना डिस्टर्ब होगा. So why we should stand? Sit in one. We can see, right, in the morning when we enter in temple, senior devotees, we can see how they are sitting in one place and chanting. Focus करके chanting. So this is the way we hear the name of the Lord properly, by asking for the mercy of the Lord and hearing one word, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So आगे हम पढ़ेंगे. There is no rigid fixture of time, and anyone can chant the holy name with attention and reverence at his convenience. So many devotees ask in the japa test meeting, कैसे करे जपा? क्या टाइम होना चाहिए? Yes, टाइम होना चाहिए. ब्रह्म मुहूर्त का बेस्ट टाइम है. Prabhupada used to say 2 hours if we take 16 rounds chanting in the morning. In the day it is 5 hours. Same 16 rounds it will take 5 hours. And in the night, more hours. So, but there is no fixed time. किसी को टाइम नहीं है. Night shift कर रहे हैं. Aman, do you work somewhere outside? Apro. Night shift कर रहे हैं. क्या करें? Our Krishna Prabhu also, he does night shift. But he chants in the morning. He has made a habit. So we should make a habit of chanting in the morning. So ऐसा कोई टाइम नहीं है. कहीं भी chant कर सकते हैं. Free है, right? कुछ पैसे की देने की जरूरत है किसी को? हरि नाम लेने के लिए किसी को पैसा देना है? नहीं देना. फ्री है. कोई भी कभी भी जप कर सकता है. कहीं भी. Okay? There is no rigid fixture of time. Anyone can chant the holy name with attention and reverence at his convenience. So अपनी convenience से बहुत easy तरीका दे दिया महाप्रभु ने. अपने convenience से chant करिए. But chant the name of the Lord. Chant करिए with attention. With attention. क्या बोला? Chant the name of the Lord with attention and reverence. These two things should be when we chant. With attention बोला. बोला कि नहीं? Inattentive बोला क्या? करो ऐसी ट्रेन में जाते रहते करो. नहीं, with attention बोला. हाँ, तो yeah, so we should follow this. The Lord is so kind to us that He can be present before us personally in the form of the transcendental sound. But unfortunately, we have no taste for hearing and glorifying the Lord's name and activities. समझ रहे क्या? So here it is telling, so Lord is so merciful. He is present personally in the name, transcendental sound vibration. But we don't have any taste. We don't have any taste for hearing and glorifying Lord. Bhagavatam class में हम बैठते हैं. So we are, we think कि कब खत्म होगा and we'll go for prasadam. No, I will not ask any question. जल्दी अरे क्या सवाल बढ़ते जाते हैं. अरे क्या पूछ रहे थे? राइट or wrong? बहुत लोग सवाल पूछते हैं. अरे क्या सवाल पूछ रहे हैं? चलो प्रसादम के लिए फीस थे आज. टेस्ट नहीं है. We don't have any taste in hearing about the Lord. भागवतम में क्या हम भागवतम में ऐसे बैठते हैं कि हाँ आज I will learn this श्लोका. 3 बार में श्लोका. ये श्लोका किसको याद हो गया आज का? इसको भी याद करना है आपको. ओके, इसको भी याद करिए. सो ऐसे बोलते हैं ब्रह्मचर्य का पावर ऐसा है कि 3 बार में श्लोक याद होना है. 3 बार में. इसलिए देवकी रंजन को एक बार भागवतम में बोल रहे थे 3 बार. ब्रह्मचर्य पावर ऐसा है कि 3 बार पढ़ने में श्लोक याद होना चाहिए. मेरे को भी नहीं होता वैसे, तो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. तो बट वी शुड लर्न द श्लोक. एंड हमें कुछ बैठना है वहां पे नोट्स बनाना है. बहुत लोग ऐसे बैठे रहते हैं. They don't make notes. So we should every day when we are hearing in the Bhagavatam class or coming here in the lecture, make notes. Prabhuji used to tell us, make notes. And you can. इससे क्या होगा? आप कुछ implement करेंगे अपने लाइफ में. कुछ नहीं बनाएंगे तो भूल जाएंगे. ऐसा होता है कि now you are hearing, it will be there till today night, tomorrow 50% हो जाएगा, कल परसों खत्म हो जाएगा, 0. But we have the notes. His Holiness Bhakti Brij Bhagavad Swami Maharaj said, writing means remembering. Writing means remembering. So we should keep noting the points. So whenever we forget, we can look at it. अच्छा आज मैंने पढ़ा. So we can remember the points, whatever. So we should, personally हमें बैठ के taste नहीं है hearing, but and glorifying the Lord's name and activities. We have already discussed developing a taste for hearing and chanting of the holy song. It is done through the medium of service to the pure devotees of the Lord. So इसके पहले का श्लोक जो है, तो यहाँ पे इसके बारे में बात किया है. इसके पहले का जो श्लोक है उसमें बात किया है 16 श्लोक, which is very important. शुश्रूषो शतधानस्य वासुदेव कथा रुचि श्यान्महस्सेवया विप्रः पुण्यतीर्थ निषेवनात्. So ये कैसे आएगा आपका रुचि? बहुत लोग बोल रहे हैं कि नहीं आ रहा है, बहुत दिन हो गए, साल हो गए, बहुत लोगों को नहीं आ रहा है टेस्ट चैंटिंग. आई एम नॉट गेटिंग टेस्ट इन चैंटिंग, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग टेस्ट इन हियरिंग भागवतम, द ग्लोरिफिकेशन ऑफ लॉर्ड. बाहर की बातों में ज्यादा ध्यान देना है. कैसे करेंगे उसको? इसमें क्या लिखा है? इट इज डन थ्रू द मीडियम ऑफ सर्विस टू द प्योर डिवोटीज ऑफ द लॉर्ड. स्यान महसेवया विप्र. ओके, सेवया. कैसे सेवा करना पड़ेगा? महसेवया विप्र. We have to serve, devotees. We should not leave any opportunity to serve the devotees. But हम क्या ऐसा कर रहे हैं? Are we doing services? Many devotees are assigned various services. Follow-up services are there. Registration service, flower plucking service. So many services are there, which Prabhuji has, through Prabhuji we are getting flower plucking services, we are getting We are getting japa counter service. We can make people do japa. We are getting follow-up service, registration service, or कोई service. We are getting this class setup service. So service to the pure devotees of the Lord. So to the pure devotees and also what they are giving, what service they are giving. That also we should. Both. उनको भी सेवा करना है, जैसे कोई मारा मारा जाता है, उनकी सेवा करना है, एंड उन्होंने जो बोला वो भी करना है, जैसे महाराज बोले यू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट बुक्स, प्रभुपाद बोले, राइट, प्रभुपाद सेड डिस्ट्रीब्यूट बाय बुक्स, द बेस्ट, यू नो, आई गेट प्लीज बाय डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग, व्हेन यू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट माय बुक्स. एक बार प्रभुपाद को पूछा गया, प्रभुपाद बोले, प्रभुपाद हाउ वी कैन प्लीज यू द बेस्ट वे. तो डिवोटीज बोले, प्रभुपाद बोले नहीं, डिवोटीज बोलने लगे, डिवोटीज बोले by distributing your books, no, by collecting fund, no, by SSC करके बोले. प्रभुपाद बाद में बोले, only when I see you chanting 16 round nicely. Prabhupada said. So Prabhupada is so strict, you know, how we are chanting our 16 rounds. So हमें याद रहना है कि proper with attention we should chant. Okay, chanting the 16 round we should not neglect. Attentively chanting is the most important. And so we'll coming back to the point. So how will achieve hearing, taste for hearing? By serving the devotees. By serving the devotees. सेवा करके, बहुत सेवा दे देते हैं, छोड़ देते हैं. फॉलो बोला आते नहीं, हेल्प डेस्क बोला आते नहीं, आता हूँ प्रभु थोड़ा उधर से घूम के आता, रजिस्ट्रेशन आते नहीं. कैसे होगा? पॉसिबल होगा? यही सेवा दी गई है, यहाँ बोला तो वहां घूम रहे हैं, वो सेवा कर रहे हैं. So try to, you know, focus. Try to focus. Whatever seva is given, book distribution. Now devotees are gone for book distribution. Kalyan mein devotees are there, so all devotees can participate. Who are staying nearby, please participate for book distribution over there. So book distribution seva बोला गया वहां पे. So try to serve the devotees. Only then we can get the taste for hearing the messages of the Lord, hearing the holy name of the Lord. Only then we can get the taste. उसके बाद क्या लिखा? The Lord is reciprocally respondent to his devotees. When he sees that a devotee is completely sincere in getting admittance to the transcendental service of the Lord and has thus become eager to hear about him, the Lord acts from within the devotee in such a way that the devotee may easily go back to him. The Lord is more. ये जो स्टैंजा मैंने बोला, इसके ऊपर कोई श्लोक है क्या भगवद गीता का? Anybody remembers? नहीं बोला नहीं. ठीक है, वो अच्छा बोला आपने. But the Lord acts from within the devotee in such a way that the devotee may be easily go back to whom? Back to God. Yes. So this is a श्लोक. इसमें बोलते हैं कि one who sincerely endeavors to hear about me, I will give him the intelligence so that he can come to me. तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं पूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगन्तं येन मामे उपयन्ति. I will give him the intelligence. I will act. इसमें क्या? I will act from within the devotee in such a way that the devotee may easily go back to him. The Lord is more anxious to take us back into his kingdom than we can desire. Most of us do not desire at all to go back to Godhead. Only a very few men want to go back to Godhead, but anyone who desires to go back to Godhead, Shri Krishna helps in all respects. समझ रहे हैं? हम लोग आगे हैं अभी भक्ति में, बट कितने जन जाना चाहते हैं भगवतन? बताइए, कितने जन हैं? सब जाना चाहते हैं, बट कैसे जाना चाहते हैं? मंगला आरती आना पड़ेगा. जाना चाहते हैं, ईगरनेस होना चाहिए. कितने लोग प्रसाद खाना चाहते हैं? ऐसे बोलेंगे तो बैठना पड़ेगा प्रसाद लेने. eagerness है but बैठना नहीं है, प्लेट नहीं लेना है, आना चाहते नहीं. We have to sit for प्रसाद. So कितने लोग भगवत धाम जाना चाहते हैं? सिंसियरिटी कैसे दिखेगी? सिंसियरिटी कैसे दिखेगी? एक भक्त सिंसियर है कैसे दिखेगा? बताइए. By the amount of services. Yes, एक तरीका है, देख सकते हैं. Yes, ये सिंसियर. कैसे देखेंगे आप कि अच्छा ये सिंसियर है? बहुत सिंसियर. He wants to go back home, back to God. How many of us have that desire? Everybody has. But how many of us are acting on that point? God is anxious to take us back, but we don't want to go. We want to hear. We want to be here. Watch IPL. Chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. IPL देखते. मोबाइल देखते हुए चैंटिंग करते हैं. We don't want to go back to God. प्रोसेस में आने के बाद भी we don't come for मंगला आरती. We don't do our services given by authority. So is it sincere? क्या लिखा है इसमें? Sincere devotees. Lord is anxious to take us back. चलो आज आ गए हैं राजकुमार. I will take him back to God. ये उसको रुचि नहीं. राजकुमार सोना चाहता है. 3 घंटा दिन बोल. एक डिवोटी बोला प्रभु मैं कुछ भी सेवा करूंगा 3 घंटा सोने दो. दिन में 3 घंटा मुझे सोने दो. मैंने बोले so, कैसे रुचि कैसे होगा फिर? 3 घंटा सोना है. तो प्रभु भक्ति सिद्धांत महाराज बोलते थे रेस्ट इज वेस्ट. रेस्ट इज वेस्ट. 6 to 7 hours sleep is enough for the body. कोई कभी बीमार है तो अलग बात. बट रुचि नहीं है. रुचि किसमें? सोने में. ग्राम्य कथा सुनने में रुचि है. तो we have to be sincere in going back to Godhead. We have to check every Ekadashi, every 15 days we should check. Bhakti Vinod Maharaj used to tell कितना मैंने प्रोग्रेस किया भक्ति में. We should check this. How much better I am chanting. कितना मैं सुन पा रहा हूँ हरि नाम को, कितने बार सुन पा रहा हूँ. What services I am doing, what progress I am doing in services. कितना मैंने भगवत गीता भागवतम पढ़ा होगा, कितना मैं हियरिंग कर रहा हूँ प्रभुपाद के लेक्चर्स, कितने मैंने वैष्णव सॉन्ग याद किए, कितने मैंने श्लोक याद किए भगवत गीता के. How many how many people I am guiding, उनको हेल्प कर रहा हूँ रजिस्ट्रेशन के थ्रू, फॉलो अप के थ्रू. How many people are? How much sincerity I have become in my services. So every Ekadashi we should check what we have done, whether we have progressed or not. So ऐसे रिपोर्ट लेना चाहिए अपना खुद का. So only then, with this sincerity only we can go back to God. Krishna is anxious, but we don't want to go. That is the problem. So we'll read the last stanza. One cannot enter into the kingdom of God unless one is perfectly cleansed of all sins. The material sins are products of our desire to lord it over material nature. It is very difficult to get rid of such desires. The material sins are products of our desire to lord it over material nature. Women and wealth are very difficult problems for the devotee making progress on the path of back to Godhead. Many stalwarts in the devotional line fell victim to these allurements and thus retreated from the path of liberation. But when one is held by the Lord Himself, the whole process becomes as easy as anything by the divine grace of the Lord. So, what difficult है, but to get rid of the sins. Very difficult है, but impossible है क्या? नहीं. प्रभुपाद बोल रहे थे, impossible is a word in Fool's Dictionary. So, impossible है नहीं. भगवान बोल रहे हैं इसमें. वेदव्यास जी प्रभुपाद बोल रहे हैं इसमें परपोर्ट में अपने. But when one is held by the Lord Himself, the whole process becomes as easy as anything by the divine grace of the Lord. So भगवान की मर्सी कैसे आ रही है? उनके भक्तों के थ्रू. By the divine mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we are getting how to get back home, back to Godhead. बहुत आसान तरीका दे दिया. अस्ति एक महान गुना कीर्तन देव कृष्ण से मुक्त संकल्प. एक ही, just by chanting. just by chanting the holy name, being sincere in our devotional service, serving the devotees, we get the taste of hearing about Krishna, hearing about his holy name, hearing his holy name. बहुत सिंपल दे दिया. जो अटैचमेंट है, भौतिक सिंस जो है, जाने नहीं वाले, very difficult. But by mercy of these devotees, his devotees, we are getting the special mercy. तो हमें इसको गंवाना नहीं है, राइट? एक मौका मिल जाता है तो गवा देंगे हम लोग कभी? हम बोल लो, like one pastime is there. Some Sindhi guy he was passing away, so बोल रहे थे मेरे को एक मौका दे दो, मेरे को कुछ बिजनेस बढ़ाना है. मौका नहीं देंगे, कैसे मौका देंगे? भगवान बोल रहे मृत्यु सर्व हरश्याम. Whatever activities we are doing, materially progressing, business बढ़ा रहे हैं, everything will be taken back. मृत्यु सर्व हरश्याम. भगवान बोल रहे हैं I will take back everything. I will snatch it from you. ले लूंगा सारा. प्रयास करिए आप, कितना प्रयास करना है बढ़ने का भौतिक जगत में. तो इसी के लिए सिंपल तरीका दिया गया है, हाउ टू गो बैक होम, बैक टू गॉडहेड, बाय द मर्सी ऑफ श्रील प्रभुपाद. द प्रोसेस व्हिच ही हैज गिवन, चैंटिंग 16 राउंड नाइसली, फॉलोइंग 4 रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल. कितने जन को पता है 4 रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल कौन से हैं? आपको लाल प्रो आपको पता है? यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम सो लॉन्ग प्रो, यू डिडंट इंक्वायर. आपको पता है क्या प्रो? यस प्रो.
गैम्बलिंग नहीं करना है.
सो हमें पता होना चाहिए. प्रभु जी 16 राउंड करते हैं, काफी डेली लेक्चर में आते हैं, सेवा भी करते हैं, बट हमें पता होना चाहिए व्हाट इज दी 4 रेगुलेटरी. प्रभुपाद ने दिया, हम मंदिर में आ रहे हैं, क्लास में बैठ रहे थे दिनों से, 4 रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल नहीं पता. इतने सारे बुक से पढ़ने लेना नहीं चाहते, डिवोटीज देते हैं, आइए बुक लीजिए, आता है मुझे सब. कैसे? वी आर हियरिंग द लेक्चर. 4 रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल क्या है? 16 राउंड चैंट नहीं आता. 4 रेगुलेटरी कौन बताएगा? आप लोग? शिवा प्रो नहीं, राज प्रो बताएंगे. यस राज प्रो बोलिए. नहीं, अरे ऐसे कैसे? अच्छा हो गया, अच्छा बोलो. उसका रिजल्ट आने वाला है, टेंशन 10th सो हमें पता होना चाहिए. तो बाद में प्रोसेस दिया है, वो रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल, नो मेडिटेटिंग, नो गैम्बलिंग, नो इंटॉक्सिकेशन, नो इलिसिट सेक्स. तो ये प्रोसेस पता होना चाहिए. क्या दिया प्रोसेस? प्रभुपाद ने क्या मर्सी दी है? Following the 4 regulatory principle, 16 round of chanting, attending Mangalarti, morning program, reading the books which he has written, doing some service. Simple है तरीका, but हमें करना नहीं है. So how will go back to God? Let's become sincere, right? मैं भी खुद भी ब्रो, बुरा मत मानिए, but खुद भी मैं करूँगा. To become restless in the contact of women and wealth is not an astonishment, because every living being is associated with such things from remote time, practically immemorial, and it takes time to recover from this foreign nature. But if one is engaged in hearing the glories of the Lord, gradually he relishes his real position. By the grace of God, such a devotee gets sufficient strength to defend himself from the state of disturbances, and gradually all disturbing elements are eliminated from his mind. So ये जो woman wealth ये सब जो है ना, चलते रहेंगे, जाएंगे नहीं. इमोमोरियल, जन्मों से चल रहे. बहुत लोग बोल रहे हैं जा ही नहीं रहा, क्या करूं, दस जा नहीं रहा. टाइम इमोरियल से कैसे जाएंगे? ओनली तरीका कैसे? बाय हियरिंग अबाउट द लॉर्ड. एक ही तरीका दिया. बट इफ वन इज एंगेज, battery. If one is engaged in hearing the glories of the Lord, gradually he realizes his real position. Real position क्या है? हमारा real position क्या है? Nitya Krishna Das. So our real position is Nitya Krishna Das. We will recognize our real position by the grace of God. Such a devotee gets sufficient strength to defend himself from the state of disturbances. जब हम अपना रियल पोजीशन आइडेंटिफाई कर पाएंगे, भगवान की कृपा से, भक्तों की कृपा से ऐसे भक्त अपने आप को ये चीजों से बचा पाएगा, एक स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगा उसको, प्रोटेक्शन. हम देख सकते हैं, राइट? इट इज इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है, पॉसिबल है, किया है प्रैक्टिकली डिवोटीज ने. प्रभुपाद has, preached worldwide, so many temples, so many devotees we can see in our temple, in our place, in our 251, in our ashram. So practically possible है, strength मिल रहा है. भगवान बोल रहे हैं ददामि बुद्धि, आई विल गिव हिम इंटेलिजेंस. हाउ टू? सिंसियर बनना है, खाली मुझे फॉलो करना है. सिंसियर बनी, कृष्णा विल गिव यू द इंटेलिजेंस हाउ टू फॉलो द थिंग्स फ्रॉम दिस स्टेट ऑफ दिस. एंड ग्रेजुअली ऑल डिस्टर्बिंग एलिमेंट्स आर एलिमिनेटेड फ्रॉम द माइंड. सो वाचो वेगम, जो मैंने बोला, वाचो वेगम डिफिकल्ट है कंट्रोल करना, only by hearing. So we should continuously hear. So ये श्लोक से हम सीख सकते हैं. When we serve, first श्लोक में, when we serve the devotees, when we serve the pure devotees, taste for hearing arises. Taste for hearing. And when we hear the impurities and all, hridayantastha abhadrani vidunoti shruit satam. Shruit satam. भगवान श्रुत है. Devotee is very pleasing. भक्त वत्सल है. तो भक्त उनको बहुत प्रिय हैं, उनकी मदद करेंगे भगवान. वैसे सभी है, सभी प्रिय हैं. सुहृदम सर्वभूतानाम. He is, everybody is dear to him. सुहृदम सर्वभूतानाम. But to his devotees he is special mercy. Special mercy देते हैं. दो भक्त होते हैं, एक होते हैं घोष्ठानंदी और एक भजनानंदी होते हैं. दोनों प्रिय हैं भगवान को. Both are dear to the Lord. घोषानंदी कौन है? Those who are सेवा साधना में ज्यादा एंग्रोस्ड है. घोषानंदी रीडिंग हियरिंग करते हैं, चैंटिंग करते हैं. बट भजनानंदी क्या? भगवान के नामों का प्रचार करते हैं. भगवत गीता भगवान बोल रहे हैं, दैट डिवोटी प्रीचेस अबाउट माय मैसेज इज मोर डियर टू मी, इज वेरी डियर टू मी. सो बोथ आर डियर. द बेस्ट, हमें बेस्ट बनना है, राइट? हमें बेस्ट ही चाहिए सब चीज. वी वांट बेस्ट मार्क्स, बेस्ट पोजीशन, बेस्ट प्रसाद. So we have to become best. कैसे? By pleasing the Lord, by preaching His message. So this is what I can say. More these devotees are there, they will tell. But last we can conclude. If any questions that we can take. Tomorrow is very auspicious day. We'll conclude by that. It's a very auspicious day tomorrow, which is called as the Nirjala Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi. So everybody is invited in the temple. Jagannath Pandav, please come. आप आइए. आकांक्ष देवटी क्या कर रहे हैं? प्लीज आइए. आम तोड़ रहे हैं इधर. आम कल मैंगो फेस्टिवल है. प्लीज कम. टुडे टुमारो इज
रामेश्वरम में हूँ.
एवरीबॉडी विल गेट मैंगो. आकांक्ष ब्रो प्लीज कम. जगन्नाथ पांडा ब्रो प्लीज कम.
श्योर प्रोफेसर.
रात भर कीर्तन चलेगा. रात भर कीर्तन, नृत्य होगा रात में, पूरा कीर्तन में, भजन में. ओके. सो एवरीबॉडी इज इनवाइटेड एंड विल chant. Special chanting का ये भी बनाया हुआ है. Many devotees I heard they are chanting 64 rounds. I don't know. Is it possible? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. करते हैं बहुत लोग. यहाँ भी करेंगे लोग. तो how many of you are chanting 64 rounds tomorrow? Force नहीं है, बहुत लोगों का काम है अलग-अलग. तो कैसे possible? घर में बैठ के होगा? किसके साथ बैठ के होगा? भक्तों के साथ बैठ के होगा. भक्तों के. श्रीमद् भागवतम में क्या बोला गया? महाराज ने क्या बोला? ओनली बाय एसोसिएशन. भक्तों के संग में ही हम आगे बढ़ पाएंगे, वरना नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे. सबसे बड़ा दुख क्या है? चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने जब रामानंद ने पूछा, क्या बोला? बताइए, कौन बताएगा? राजकुमार प्रभु कौन बैठा था? शिवा प्रभु. देवांश प्रभु बोलेंगे. क्या हो? अरे देखिए क्या क्या था. हाँ वो बताइए. भक्तों का संग छोड़ जाएगा. सबसे बड़ा दुख हमारा क्या है? सबसे बड़ा दुख समझ रहे हैं? तो सबसे बड़ा दुख के बाहर वालों के लिए क्या है? सबसे बड़ा दुख बीवी भाग जाना, मोबाइल खो जाना, जॉब नहीं मिलना, ये सबसे बड़ा दुख। बट भक्तों के लिए क्या है? भक्तों का संग हो जाना। बहुत लोग गांव में बैठे हैं, घर में बैठे हैं, मैं कर रहा हूँ भक्ति, मेरी हो रही है 16 माला, मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ भगवत गीता, बट क्या कर रहे हैं? कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा। भक्तों के संग में चैंटिंग इन एसोसिएशन ऑफ डिवोटीज, सब बोला ABCD जो फॉर्मूला है, एसोसिएशन, बुक रीडिंग, चैंटिंग, डायट। इन एसोसिएशन, कोई बुक रीडिंग कर रहा है, चैंटिंग कर रहा है, प्रसादम ले रहा है, बट एसोसिएशन नहीं कर रहा, क्या होगा? सब खत्म हो जाएगा। बुक रीडिंग में जाएगा, चैंटिंग में, धीरे धीरे करके फिर वो बोलेगा मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ 1 साल। क्यों? एसोसिएशन नहीं किया उसने। भक्तों के संग में आके ये होगा। अमन 2 में देखते हैं, डेली मंदिर में आते हैं, जब करते हैं, बहुत सारे डिवोटीज हैं। तो चैंटिंग इन एसोसिएशन, एवरी वंस इन अ वीक वी शुड कम हियर फॉर अटेंडिंग मंगला आरती। मंगला आरती आना है हफ्ते में 1 बार। बहुत लोग बिजी हैं, जॉब कर रहे हैं, आप लोग यहाँ आके स्टे कर सकते हैं, फैसिलिटीज हैं, वृंदावन हॉल में स्टे कर सकते हैं। प्लीज कम फॉर मंगला आरती। और जो गांव में है प्लीज आ जाइए, जो अपने अपने घर में है प्लीज आइए, कल आइए और चैंटिंग करिए भक्तों के साथ, कीर्तन करिए। कल निर्जला एकादशी, ये जो है ना, कल बहुत बड़ा डिस्काउंट मिला है, बहुत इजी डिस्काउंट है सभी लोग के लिए। भक्तों के लिए तो है ही है, बाहर सभी लोग के लिए डिस्काउंट है। कैसे? जैसे एक मॉल में जाते हैं हम लोग, राइट, डिस्काउंट होता है, राइट प्रो, वी गेट डिस्काउंट ऑफर, 50% डिस्काउंट, एंड ऑफ सीजन सेल। तो कल एक डिस्काउंट है। क्या डिस्काउंट है? साल में, महीने में कितने एकादशी होते हैं? साल में 24 होते हैं। सो ये जो एकादशी है, ये एकादशी अगर कोई करेगा, निर्जला एकादशी, so he will get the benefit of all other एकादशी, all 24 एकादशी का फल उसको मिलेगा if he does this निर्जला एकादशी। तो ये इसको भीमसेन एकादशी बोलते हैं। तो भीमसेन प्रसाद ज्यादा लेते थे, राइट, कर नहीं पाते थे एकादशी, तो उनको भगवान ने बोला ये एकादशी करिए, भीम ये एकादशी करिए, निर्जला एकादशी एक करिए, आपको सारा हो जाएगा। सो ही डिड दिस एकादशी, निर्जला भीमसेन एकादशी बोलते हैं इसके लिए। तो आप सबसे निवेदन है, कौन कौन एकादशी नहीं करता? आप करते हैं प्रभु एकादशी? कल करिए, सारे एकादशी का आपको फल मिल जाएगा। आप करते हैं प्रभु? ठीक है, आप संजीव प्रभु प्लीज, वी कैन स्टार्ट डूइंग Ekadashi from tomorrow. Please do. Tomorrow, come to temple. Kirtan is there. And what is the benefit? Temple. जो मैं खास किया, Radha is very कृपालु, opulence. Next day on 1st June, 1st of June, 6 o'clock will break fast. वृंदावन हॉल में सभी के लिए फीस रहेगा। 6 o'clock सुबह 6 बजे सबके लिए वृंदावन हॉल में प्रसादम होगा। So everybody is invited for that. Everybody is invited for Mango Festival, Ekadashi. Spend your time in the temple, chant more. Spend your time with the devotees. Hear Krishna Katha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.